We are in early March and we already have celery growing, but this is not your ordinary celery. This is perennial Korean celery. Let's talk about it. All right, and so as the name implies, this is a perennial celery. And Korean perennial celery is a very, very mild flavored celery. It's great for making soup stocks. It doesn't have a super strong celery taste, and it's also been used for animal fodder. Right. So I'd mentioned perennial Korean celery has also been used as a fodder plant. Um, it's historically been used in some isolated places in Korea. There's not a there are a few articles that have did research that are talking about research that was done in Korea about how to use perennial Korean celery as a like commercially available type of fodder plant, but they had a lot of trouble with germination, and it takes a while for it to establish. But for a small backyard homestead, you can grow out a lot of perennial Korean celery. It has a similar protein content to alfalfa and a higher fat content to it as well. Hey, before I forget, folks, if you want to support the YouTube channel, a great way to do that would be to go to our Patreon blog page. I will put the link to that in the video description. But if you want to learn about Wild Sprout Nursery or learn more about the nursery, I'm trying to be pretty active on there, and might be some cool perks for you if you become a member. And check that out. And also don't forget to check out the wildsprout.com website if you're looking for unique perennial edible plants this year. We're going to be doing fall and spring shipping seasons, and sign up to our email list. Perennial Korean celery is a long-lived perennial plant, and let's take a look at what it looks like later in the season. This will become a very large plant. This is the best stage to eat it when it's nice and young, but we can eat the leaves at any time of its growing during the growing season, and it'll grow up these nice big flowering stalks, and the flowers attract pest pollinators, or pest predators, that is, and pollinators. Let's take a look at what it looks like in the summer. Red soldier beetles prey on aphids in their adult form, and they're known to prey on slug eggs in their larval form. You can see here this particular Korean perennial celery is just absolutely loaded with blooms, and there's all sorts of pollinators. I'm excited to share this plant with you all once it gets up a little bit, grows up a little bit. This is lovage. Now, if you are a celery lover, lovage is like celery intensity times like 1.5 or twice the intensity of a normal annual celery, and it's perennial. We'll talk about this later in March.